If you guys are looking for some fast, cheap and reliable coins, go check out buycheapfifacoins.com and use discount code Curtis for 5% off. They're the cheapest and most reliable place around. What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new episode of Overpriced vs Affordable. Today we have a really interesting mixture. We have informed Diego Costa up against Romelu Lukaku. I really enjoyed recording for this one. As you see on the screen, their stats are really close, actually very similar physicality. Both got a decent amount of pace, good dribbling, amazing shot, and very similar in a lot of other ways. So before we get stuck into it, if we could hit 400 likes in this video guys, that'd be absolutely amazing. Also, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button down below and check out any of my other recent videos. But as you will see on the screen at the time of recording, you can pick up Diego Costa for around 420,000 coins. Romelu Lukaku costs a far more modest 12,500. These are both likely to go down. Well, Lukaku's definitely likely to go down, but if Costa gets more informed, he'll go down too. In terms of the quality and the value for money, I've given Diego Costa a 5-star quality and a 4-star value for money, whereas Lukaku I've given a 4-star quality and a 5-star value for money, which obviously I'm going to be explaining more as we go through this video. So we'll go on to some gameplay here and talk a little bit more about them. So it's very strange that in each episode I seem to get a comment from someone saying this is crazy, it's always the insert a type of player that wins. So in the second episode I had like 3 comments saying this is crazy, the overpriced player always wins, and then in the third episode I think I had about 15 comments from people saying this is crazy, the affordable player always wins. So I don't really understand how you can get to that logic. Like, it just doesn't make sense that different episodes you could say that thing. But nonetheless, I'm not going to give you the verdicts until the end. It is pretty swing each way, but I honestly really enjoy using this one so much. I built a really cool team. I spent by far the most I've spent on any team on this game. I spent like 750k, and I just really wanted to see what these two were like. Costa I was so looking forward to use because he's got some decent pace, great sprint speed, but amazing strength, amazing finishing, and incredible dribbling, which is just perfect. And it was the same with Lukaku. He's got the great sprint speed, his acceleration's not quite as good, but still solid, incredible strength. They're both really tall at 6'2", both got amazing dribbling, they're both just really strong, bulky, just amazing players. Now, like I said, was so excited to use them. They both have high attacking work rate, medium defensive. Both have 4-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves. That for me was a little bit of a downside, was the lack of 3-star skill moves. But I seem to find if you've got a strong player, lack of 4-star skill moves. But I seem to find if you have a really strong player that the lack of 4-star isn't quite as big of a deal. Whereas if you have a very small, nimble one, it seems to be a lot bigger to have the 4-star skills. The amount of goals like that I scored, where I'd literally just power through the middle, that was straight off kickoff. The guy had just scored and I just went straight through, and you just use that pure strength and the amazing dribbling and agility and balance and all that great stuff to just work your way through and annihilate the other team. So these two as a partnership were absolutely insane. It's not very often that when you actually put them together that they do kind of just complement each other. They don't have incredible passing, but everything else about them just is fine to have in a partnership. They both have great pace, great dribbling, great shooting, and great heading. Like, the only thing they're really lacking is passing. Usually you find you'll get like one short player with one tall player, stuff like that. But these two just kind of have all the attributes you want, and when combined, it just made them so solid. So it was something like I said, I really enjoyed about these two. They were a great partnership together. Now, it's really hard to actually pull them apart, but for once, the actual inform of the two players really did shine. A lot of the time, I find that the informed players they kind of don't really play as well as you'd expect them to. For example, Diego Costa, he has incredible stats. He's got 444 total stats on his card and 19,069 total in-game stats. But a lot of the time, you get stuff like that, and they're really evenly spread out, and it doesn't really do a right lot. Diego Costa's a really concentrated in what you want. His ball control, his finishing, his strength, like I said, they're just really high. 93 finishing, 92 strength. These things just made him so good. His finishing was amazing. Honestly, he's one of my favourite players I've used in this game, and it is strange because before this, Messi was right up there with my favourite players, but they're just so different, and it is so great. I can imagine if you were to actually put Messi and Costa up front together, it would just be ridiculous, because there's something about Costa that's just so different to any player I've used that just made him so incredible. He has something just so unique in that a lot of the time you find with the really tall ones that you lose the pace, but he just really had it. So I cannot stress enough how good this Diego Costa card was. I will use the ordinary Diego Costa at some point soon and let you guys know what I think of him. But also, don't get me wrong, Romelu Lukaku was also absolutely sensational. It was such a good partnership, and they just scored goal after goal after goal. It was amazing. Lukaku actually got quite a few more assists than Costa, so I don't really know what to take away from that. But because of just how incredible Costa was, I am going to have to give him the win for this episode. I'm a little bit reluctant sometimes to give it to the overpriced guy, but Costa was just so good. I cannot be a bigger hyper up for him. But hopefully this season he'll get some more informs, which will lower the price of this one, and maybe he'll get even better. I mean, if he was to get a team of the year, I'm sure he'd be one of the best cards on the game. So, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to this channel if you're new around here. Have a nice day, guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.